There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like there's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on. Are we live? Of course we're live. People deluded, I'm back again. Forgive me for any technical difficulties. It's raining in the United Kingdom, so if it's blurry and whatnot, I promise it'll be patterned. And I also would like to say sorry for, delaying with the loan reports and the under 18s and 21s/23s. It's difficult, people. It's difficult, but we keep going. As you know, I like to keep track of the progress of our young players. Obviously, it's impossible to watch every 90-minute game. I'm no expert and things, but I like to see, the players that are going to make it here, the players that are going to go off elsewhere. And obviously, trajectory in a career is it doesn't just go like that. There's many twists and turns, bumps and bruises, and all these young players are just trying to make themselves more experienced so that they can carve out a long-term career within the game. So let me use my, Google Doc sheet as help. Now, obviously, you can see my notes here about some other reviews. Obviously, where Ainsley Maitland-Niles is concerned, he got 17 minutes against for Southampton. It's not meant to say versus Wolves. He had a pass completion rate within the 80s, so bit of a solid debut or cameo per se. Now, Nicholas Moller is obviously on loan over there in Holland. He's been having a tough time where injuries are concerned. In the 2-1 defeat against Zola, I can't pronounce that. He got 45 minutes. He won 7 out of his 11 aerial duels, so he combated himself in the air. He got 14 minutes against Almeria City in the 2-0 defeat there. He got 14 minutes. He's working his way back from injury. Scrolling all the way up, people, who have we got here? Brook Norton-Cuffy, as you know, he had a great loan spot at Lincoln. We hope the young lad does even better at Rotherham, and obviously he's one that you hope could break into Arsenal's first team in some capacity. If he doesn't, I firmly believe he'll have a solid career elsewhere. I think the only reason I could see him not making it at Arsenal is probably needs to at 18, 19, not going to get there, but probably needs to be a bit better in the final third with the modern day fullback. But yeah, he got 64 minutes against Morecambe. He got 90 minutes in the 1-1 draw against Watford. He was voted man of the match in the 3-0 defeat versus Sunderland for his team, Rotherham. I think it was a bad day at the office for everyone. I did think he got caught on the ball more times than he normally does. And I do think he stuck to his defensive tasks well. Obviously, he made his championship debut, forgive me if I'm wrong, against Birmingham. They won 2-0. Again, I think it was a tough game defensively. I think he had some good moments and also struggled at times, as you would expect. Crucially, it's about being outside your comfort zone. And what I like about him, he likes to defend. He doesn't make it easy for his opponents. So yeah, he's off in the right mode, people. I think his first 2 games he got significant minutes. So yeah, man, it's lovely to see, really and truly. Shout out Brook Norton-Cuffy in that regards. Have I missed anyone? Nope. I'm doing it from down to up. Marcelo Flores, like Miguel Aziz, who to my knowledge hasn't played when this video is being recorded. He's gone into the 2nd division in Spain, and obviously for obvious reasons, for what Arsenal try to develop in our technical aspect players, people can thrive in the Championship. But I do think the Marcelo Flores is, the Miguel Aziz, it's nice to see them going abroad, and it's nice to obviously, pardon me, see like the culture of football in Spain is more aligned to these sort of players. Specific with Marcelo Flores, he got his first start against Racing. They won. He played against Leganes. That's actually wrong. I'm pretty sure his first start was against Racing. But yeah, he played in the 2-1-0 victories over Leganes and Racing, people. I do think against Leganes, he actually had a couple of opportunities to score. Much like you can see there against FC Andorra. He played out wide. They lost 1-0. He got 30-odd minutes, and I think he did decent in his cameo. He's still yet to complete 90 minutes, so we're still learning the tricks and trades of the game, the young man. Where we scroll up a bit more, Ryan Elabosa has been doing quite well in Scotland. He's getting minutes. He played 73 minutes in the defeat to Hibernian. He played also in the 2-1 victory against Motherwell, and he also played against Ross County. So yeah, man, I don't think he'll make the grade at Arsenal, but he's doing all he can. Now, Maziz, obviously, he's going to join Kevin Betsy, his former coach, at youth level on loan for the season. The highlight highlight of the games here would be Fulham. They knocked out Fulham out of the Carling Cup, Yarabel Cup. I think he had a very good game. He also came off the bench. It's not meant to say against Crawley people. I can't even remember who they played as well, to be fair with you. You're going to have to forgive me. But there was a game he came off the bench and bagged the penalty in the shootout. I like how against Salford in the 2-2 draw, he didn't hide. And I think it was a big day for characters. So he's doing all he can in that regard. You know, Arthur is out on loan, you know, at Crewe. I think he did look a bit shaky at times against Stevenage. And he got 90 minutes. It's not a bowl. You can see I've been rushing this in it. And in whatever game that was, he got 90 minutes in the 0-0. Who was that against? This is why you should be on task, people. But yeah, you get the point. Man are playing games and doing their thing, people. You know, it's no stretch of the imagination how much I love Tyreece John-Jules as a player. It's fully TJJFC, people. I think if this man can just stay fit and score some goals, either Arsenal or elsewhere, he'll have a career, people. And, you know, he scored a typical Tyreece John-Jules goal, people, against Shrewsbury in their 3-0 victory. He got 74 minutes. It's a typical goal. He's picked up the ball from deep. He spanned couple man. You know, he sent couple man to the shops in the area and he's coolly slotted it. If you've been watching him at youth level, when he has scored at senior level, it's a gracious finish from the young man. And I pray to God the man just stays fit. I think all he needs is fitness. You know, he's starting to get more substantial minutes, you know, really with Ipswich. It's just about staying fit, really. And he'll do his thing. He got 90 minutes against MK Dons. He played in the draw against Barnsley. As I said, he's getting more minutes in recent weeks. He got 45 in the 6-0 victory against Northampton. So he's doing all he can at Ipswich. We just hope he stays fit. Against Accrington Stanley, I like how he didn't hide, but I'm genuinely surprised he didn't get a lot of free kicks. He's being kicked from pillar to post, pulled from pillar to post. You know, he had some neat touches in stages. Unfortunately, he was unable to score. I could understand if he was frustrated with the defenders in that game. Omar Rekic, who's technically an international footballer now, he's been on the bench in the last 4 league games for Rotterdam, and he's still only got 12 league minutes to his name, people, which is unfortunate. Alex Kirk over there in Scotland at R United has 6 appearances. He started and played 90 minutes in their last 3 league wins against Morton, Dundee and Cove Rangers. So again, experience. Unfortunately, Harry Clark, to my knowledge, is currently injured. He's actually missed the last 6 championship games for Stoke, and he still only has 3 appearances, people. But hopefully he can stay fit. Austin Tusty's probably one of Arsenal's best loanees out at the moment. You know, Brum fans are loving him early on in his career already. It's not meant to say sold. It's meant to say solid performance there, people. He had a solid, again, against Brum. He had a solid performance in that game, wherever it was. He got 90 minutes against Norwich and also 90 minutes against Wigan, people. And he's doing all he can. I don't know if he'll make the grade at Arsenal, but he's doing all he can to have a career at some level in Europe, people. And there might be a couple, of League One championship sides, mainly championship sides, that take a chance on him. If I was Arsenal, I'd probably, unless you get a certain offer loaning him out again, I think he could potentially turn into a money maker. You hope all of these young lads can play. As you know, there's many tricks and trades of senior football. Injuries are part and parcel. Unfortunately, Charlie Patino, who was starting to break into the Blackpool team and find his stride, forgive me if I'm wrong, against QPR, he got an ankle injury and it's kept him out, really and truly. Obviously, Balogun is doing well, you know. Balogun is actually, maybe we got Lacazette to thank. He said when he was at Arsenal, he was always helping me progress and improving, teaching me techniques and giving me advice. He kept telling me, you need to go Liga, you'll do well there. Maybe he should become my agent, as he's got great knowledge, and you know, he's taken to life in France well. Obviously, Balogun will always score goals, like Tyreece John-Jules. They'll always score goals. Again, to make it Arsenal, it's about what you're offering. And I think he's making good runs. He's starting to offer more without the ball. He's becoming the go-to man for Reims. Obviously, at this moment in time, I think he's got 6 appearances and he's got 5 goals and 2 assists to his name. You know, he's against Angers, made a good cameo off the bench. He got a goal and an assist. And I think VAR shagged him in that game, or that could have been Strasbourg. Obviously, against Lyon, I think he was unlucky not to have. He played 60-odd minutes. He didn't score. I think he was unlucky not to have a penalty. I think he had a quiet first half. Apart from that, I think he worked the channels well. He dropped deep. He weren't provided with much service in his hour that he played. You know, obviously, a late goal saw, you know, Reims dropped 2 points against Lens, people. As you can see there, rather proudly, Balogun in a league that has Neymar, Messi, and all of these guys. You know, obviously he's up there for goals. I think he's the 3rd joint top goal scorer over there. I think in the 12th minute he should have set up his man. You know, it was a good dart and run into the box. I think he overran it. You know, he's in the box. He's trying to fashion a shot. His teammate, you know, the ball, he took the ball off his teammate essentially, and obviously had a shot, and the keeper grabbed it. But I think to get to that next level, he could have had an assist, or his teammate could have had a better shot. So yeah, man, I think he showed good hold up play in the first half against Lens. I think he tried to bring his teammates into play whenever he could, and I think he did fairly well with his back to goal. Against Claremont, people obviously scored from the spot and got an assist. In that game, again, the notes are wrong here. As you can see, this is every week I'm just adding to it, and I didn't actually go over my notes. I just did the live video for you lot right now. Against Angers, they won 4-2. He got a goal, he got assists, people. He's getting there slowly but surely. I think he was unlucky to have a second goal disallowed against Strasbourg. It was a very tight call, but the run was very good. And obviously, Balogun, aka Balagos, is always gonna bag people. I think also in that game, in the 34th minute, he put a lovely low-driven cross across the goal. That was actually against Lens, meant to be over there. Nobody was attacking it. So he's starting to understand it's not just goals, strikers. It's a bit catch-22 because you could score 20 league goals. People talk about your general play. You might not score 20 league goals, but you might be good in terms of general play like Lacazette, so people might allow you. But I think he's doing all he can to give the best of both worlds, man. So, yeah, big him up, people. So yeah, man, and obviously he bagged. He's getting starts. He's getting significant minutes. He's becoming their go-to man, and ultimately he's gaining more importance and doing all he can to try and break into Arsenal's first team, really and truly. So yeah, he's doing his thing. And then obviously you've got Nuno Tavares, who's going from strength to strength. I haven't really learned anything about him defensively. I think that still needs a lot of work. I think his crossing still needs a lot of work, but he's an attacking outlet and he thrives in this system. And you hope by the next time I do a loan report, it's positive news for our ex-Arsenal boys, Guendouzi, Kolasinac, Alexis Sanchez, and obviously current player, technically, Nuno Tavares, when they play in the Champions League against Tottenham Hotspur. So yeah, man, against Nice, he bossed it. Man of the match display, had nothing to do defensively. As you know, with Nuno, his best strengths are going forward. He provided a consistent attacking threat. He scored a nice, cute finish with his right foot from outside the area. In his 77 minutes, he did well. He could have even had more, in my opinion. And obviously, Alexis Sanchez benefited because it was his Nuno Tavares' shot, which obviously was spilled, and the rebound was tapped in by Alexis. I think he had a quiet game against Nantes, if I'm honest with you, but it's all about minutes. Against Auxerre, he had a lively minutes. I think he did lose possession a bit much times for my liking. And once again, he needs to pick out teammates with his crossing if he is going to keep being good in the final third. And obviously, in the last 24 hours, you've probably seen him talk. I think his words have been kind of taken out of context, but he's been speaking about his move to Marseille, and he's playing Champions League, playing all them games. I did touch on this in the live stream, but to go over a couple paragraphs, I came to Marseille to finally be able to play in my position. When signing with Marseille, I wanted to have a buy option, but Arsenal refused with my agents. We always wanted this purchase option. Now I'm at Marseille with or without an option. I'm happy. Fair play. In life, everyone deserves to be happy. Again, for you to have a career at Arsenal, you need to keep doing what you do going forward. That's a strength of yours. For me, just improve defensively, and you could be a very good left-back option. If not, hopefully that 8 million has turned into 16 plus. We double our profit, sell on clause, we keep it moving. He also said, at Arsenal, I would have probably only played in the cup. I do not know if it was a problem of competition with Kieran Tierney, but for me, that's not even a point. I came to Marseille to play my position in the Champions League, in the league, and the cup. So fair enough. You wanted to get minutes, we pick up a loan fee. You get minutes, you get to play well or make mistakes, and it doesn't necessarily affect Arsenal. We've already got a young squad where you have to factor that in. As good as Saliba's been, another ex-Marseille man on loan, Saliba, Gabriel, several players are going to make mistakes in midfield, in defense, and up front, really. And, where Tavares is, he's probably a bit rawer than some of them. So it's probably best he goes on loan where it doesn't directly impact. But he's playing in a top 5 league. He's playing for a massive club like Marseille. They're heavily supported. There's no hiding plays. They're in the Champions League. They're trying to do what they did in the cup. Forgive me if I'm wrong. They came second last year in the league. I'm sure they want to do that if better. So all our young players are playing quite well, people. And obviously where Miguel Aziz, etc. are concerned, by the next time I do a loan report, hopefully there's a lot more to talk about, people. But yeah, like I said, I'm no expert. This is just my 5 pence on what these lot have been doing. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. As I said, I hope by the next time I do this, Balogun keeps scoring, John-Jules keeps doing his thing, Brook Norton-Cuffy keeps going from strength to strength. Hopefully Charlie Patino can get fit and we can start talking about him and the rest of them. But for now, people, that's all I've got to add. Thank you for watching and supporting. Hit the like button, comment any opinions if you've got them. Apologies for any technical difficulties you experienced.
Because he always used to act when defending.
I think it's like